So we are on the Etsy homepage right here. This is the UK Etsy homepage, and we are going to start in a very common and a very simple niche, and it's going to be jewelry, okay? So we're going to go to all jewelry and all accessories. So the first things first, we're going to talk you through the filters we're going to add here, and we're going to keep it very, very simple. We're not using any special tools. We're not using any special crazy things. We want to be selling products that are evergreen, and we want to, well, we'll show you what we're going to do, okay? So very quickly, we're going to add some filters. We don't want anything priced too low, so we're going to put it at £20, and we don't want to do anything too high, so we're going to put it at £100 right there. We can do shop location in a second, just to make things even easier on ourselves, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to click Star Seller, and I'm going to show you why we're clicking that in a second. So up the top here, we're going to see is Star Seller. We're going to change Star to Bestseller. This is a little hack just to come across best-selling items. So every single item we're looking at right here is a bestseller on Etsy. That means it's had a high quantity of orders. High quantity is a bit subjective, but it means it's had a high quantity of orders in the past 6 months on the Etsy platform. So it basically means that every single item we're looking at is doing very well, okay? So we are going to look through here, and we are going to look for things that are slightly unique and kind of stand out to us a little bit more. So if you look at this item right here, hoop, earrings, spiral, this is something that's a bit unique. You don't see this every day, okay? But whereas if you look at something, let's say if you look at this little star necklace right here, this is not particularly interesting. It's not particularly, doesn't stand out, right? Or these little small beaded bracelets and necklaces, these don't really stand out. They're not really special. So these products on stores will definitely work. They will work. But I really focus on doing unique products. People come to the Etsy platform. This is something you need to understand. People come to the Etsy platform to actually find something unique and buy something unique that they can't find somewhere else. Whereas if you're doing a very simple kind of basic piece of jewelry, yes, I know there's a lot of big stores that sell this shit, but if you're doing this, you're not unique in any way. And it's a lot easier to be unique because look, let's look at this product right here. Look. So we can see this one's $25, right? The really simple, really basic shit's $25. They're selling these for $35. $35. It's doing incredibly well, okay? So these are the type of products we want to sell. Like look at this, the sunflower necklace right here. That's really unique, cool piece of item. There's a cool piece of jewelry right there. Look at this one on the right here. Aquamarine earrings, okay? So these are the items we're going to be focusing on, and this is the items that I truthfully focus on. I focus on the ones that are a little bit more unique, a little bit more different, a little bit more out there, because those are the ones that are going to be easier for an unestablished store, a brand new store, to actually come in, take a bit of the market share, do a little bit different things, and just make some money with Etsy dropshipping. Okay, so let's talk about the actual product research method. How are we going to find these products? How are we going to list these products on our store? And are we going to be different in any way, shape, or form? So the first thing I'm going to do right here is I'm going to open up a couple of these unique items, okay? So like this one on here on the right. I also like the look of this one, as I mentioned before. I like the look of this one and a couple different ones, okay? So I've done that now, and they're all open, and we are going to right click on them, and we're using an extension called Search Goods on AliExpress by this image. Because on Etsy, there are a lot of items that are just either bought in bulk from China or directly shipped from China to the end consumer. But there's also a lot of legitimately handmade items. Legitimately handmade items, we're unable to come in, and we're not custom making products. We're not going to the effort of doing that, and we're just not doing that, okay? So in this particular situation, we're looking for items that we can find easily in China. So we'll link this in the description, but search goods on AliExpress by this image. So what this does, it searches AliExpress for items that look very similar to this, okay? So we're gonna do that for all of these different items right here that I've chosen that are all bestsellers and all look rather unique. Like this one's actually quite cool of an item, but anyways, we're going to quickly do this and see which ones come back. So out of the 5 different items right there, this one did not come back with any results. Maybe it's handmade, or maybe they're using good imagery so we can't search it, right? This one did not come back with anything. Let's see. I mean, it dispatches from Turkey, so they're probably using a Turkish supplier that's not available. Probably. They're definitely using a Turkish supplier that's not available on AliExpress, but would you still be able to find this? Could be a good product, but we're going to keep it super simple, okay? Something that everyone can do. This one did come back, so we're going to come to that in just a second. This one didn't come back with anything, although I'm kind of pretty sure that it is actually a dropshipping product. And also this product did come back with some results as well, as we can see here. So let's go over these different products and how are we going to list them and how are we going to steal some of these products and take some market share from them? Because ideally, there's a couple different ways we can approach this. So way number one is with this product right here. We can see on the AliExpress listing, which is right here, they have a lot of different items. Okay, so on their listing, they're selling plating, gold, and silver. And we can literally see it's the exact same item. Exact same item, right? So the interesting thing with this one is this is a very, very good seller. So we can see it's got 662 reviews. Let me give a quick estimate to see how many orders that means. So I've just done some estimations and basically this item has sold roughly around 2,000 orders, okay? And as we can see here, $72 for an item that we can find on AliExpress for $18 with shipping, okay? So I've done some quick estimations based upon the amount of reviews they have and based upon the amount of total orders they have on their store. So what I've done, just so you guys can do this as well, is I've done 2,956 divided by 8,100. So their total amount of reviews is 2,956 divided by 8,100, which is basically 36%. So I know 36% of people are reviewing these items. Okay, so basically we know 36% of people are reviewing the items on average. So roughly, we're going to times 662 by 3, roughly, which equals basically just under 2,000. So they've had around 1,900, 2,000 orders with this particular item. They're selling it at $72, even if their cost of goods is a little bit more expensive than this, which it realistically shouldn't be. It should be cheaper. They're still making a ridiculous amount of money. Let's say 2,000 orders times, say, 45, 90K. $90,000 maybe they made from this. It's a very good item for them. It's a very, very good item for them. So how can we capitalize on this? So there's one way and there's two ways, okay? So the first way is literally directly stealing the product and listing it on our store. So what we can do with this imagery right here, I've actually got some decent imagery. So we can use a AI tool to make this look way better, put it on a person, make it look super cool. Pretty much how they've done it here. Like we can even use like some Photoshop stuff and we can play around these images quite easily. I've spoken about this a bit in my free guides. So go check out the description for freeetsyguide.com and you'll see how to do these kind of photos and stuff. But we can very easily do that. So that's number one thing, right? We can very easily come in here and mess around with the imagery and make these look much cooler and just directly steal them, okay? So let's say they are getting 10 orders a day for this particular product. Oh no, not 10 orders a day. 5 orders a day, right? Maybe we'll get one every 2 days. Maybe we'll take literally like 10% from them, but that'll still equal a decent amount of profit from us. Maybe we'll make $500 profit from this product. Maybe we'll make $1,000 profit in a month from this product. I don't know personally, but you'd have to test it to find it out, okay? But the second option, which is typically the better option to make more money, is to see similar items. So and use the similar items because we know this product is trending. We know this product is doing very well for them. So how can we capitalize it and how can we find better ones, right? So you can see here that they have got the other colors, but we want to do what they've kind of done already here. Not everyone's going to do this, but they've listed the individual colors as listings as well. This product's done incredibly well. Fuck me. This product is doing incredibly well. So we want to basically come in and do the photos and do the different things. So they've already listed all the colors, okay? So maybe they've missed out yellow. We could come in and do yellow, something like this. Or what we could do is we could go and find similar listings and similar products to this, right? So very quickly, I'm gonna do some AliExpress searching and see if we can find a very similar item to this one. So what I've done here is basically this item we know is very, very well selling. It's very obviously their best selling product by far, judging by their different colors and the reviews and stuff like this. And we know they are making a ridiculous amount of products. Okay, so number one method is just directly rip it, change the photos using some AI tools and just run it like that. Number two method is what I've done right here. Okay, so we know this product is working well. So we want to find ones that are as similar to it as humanly possible. And we want to list those. Okay, so it doesn't have to be exactly this. We want similar items, because we know that crystal dangle earrings that are in this kind of shape do well on the Etsy platform. So we want to come in and we want to find ones that are similar, where we can use the same keywords and just run it like that. So I've spent 2 minutes looking through AliExpress, doing a bunch of different stuff. If you're out there and you spend 25 minutes doing this, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 5 hours doing this, I'm sure you could find a million different ones. But right here, this is the original listing. So this is something kind of similar. It's obviously in the shape of a heart, doesn't have the best colors ever. Actually, no, I kind of like this one. So you can list this one. Again, you can use some AI tools to change the background on this, make it look a bit more unique. But this one looks cool. You got these look very cheap, aren't the best, but there's something along these lines that you could potentially do. Maybe this one down here, maybe these ones right here. Let's have another look. These are a little kind of similar. Actually, these aren't really similar. Fuck those. These are very similar. Again, you have to do more research into this particular type of product, but you want something a little bit kind of colored. These are kind of reasonably similar. Again, like kind of ball earrings, dangly kind of earrings. These aren't super dangly, but you get my point, right? So again, this is very similar. Like this is a similar kind of style, little bit similar style, right? Kind of going down the same angle. And then what you do, the best thing about AliExpress is it has an algorithm, okay? So related items, basically the algorithmic kind of suggested items. On the actual main listing, really didn't show many. On the main listing, really didn't show many. It kind of just said all the same ones. And actually this one I missed right here. This one, slightly different design, but again, it's just kind of a little bit of a different coloring. It's kind of clear and kind of looks like it's got a pearl in it. This item would do incredibly well.